In order for you to be able to do this super easy gold and ingot farm, we need to make sure that we're all up to speed at the same point in the game and quickly discuss breeding. To unlock the breeding farm, you need to be level 19. And if you aren't there just yet, don't stress. We can get you caught up super fast. The main thing I'd recommend you focus on is capturing a bunch of different pals. And in order to make it even faster, and this isn't required, but you can do it just to save some time, you can go to your server settings, so navigate to the settings now, and change your XP rate to be maxed out, your pal spawn rate to be maxed out, and your capture rate to be maxed out. Now, bear in mind, if you've got a really high pal spawn rate, there's going to be a lot of pals in the world. That might mean that if you've got an older PC that you're playing on, it's a little bit more laggy for you, but you're just doing this to power level to level 19, so hopefully your system can take it. And if it can't, are you sure you're not playing on a toaster? Okay, so once you've got to level 19 and you build your breeding farm, you now need to find the right pals to breed. And to get our first little group of breedable pals for the purpose of this video, we're going to need to go hunting. Now, alongside our little hunt for some breedable pals, we're also going to look for the ingredients to bake a cake. These are necessary for breeding because your pals won't drop an egg until they have a cake. So let's quickly run through the ingredients and how you get enough of them. First off, you need 2 honey. This can be found by capturing or defeating cinnamoths. Cinnamoths spawn slightly north of the volcano area, not too far from the starting area. You'll need 7 milk, which you can get by capturing a mozzarina cow and placing them at your ranch, which will then drop milk for you. They can be found located slightly west of the volcano area. You need 8 red berries, and by now you should have the berry market cornered with your plantation. But if you haven't already done that, first of all, you need to give yourself a stern talking to. And second of all, you can find berry bushes just about anywhere in the world, so go pick some red berries. You'll need 8 eggs, and you can get them from chickpeas, which can be placed at your ranch to farm those eggs. And chickpeas are found all over the spawn area. And you'll need 5 flour. And to get that, you need to go through just a couple of extra steps. So you need a wheat plantation and a mill. And once your wheat is done growing, you can convert it to flour via the mill. Now, troubleshooting for those of you that are struggling with this, if you don't have wheat seeds to craft the plantation in the first place, you can head over to the settlement camp west of the spawn and buy them from the merchant there. And if you don't have milk or egg generation, which I previously mentioned, you can buy them at that settlement camp as well. Also, a pro tip, which I shared in my 50 Palworld tips and tricks video, is that you can hit the sort button in your inventory, and that will reset the spoil timers for each item in there so your food doesn't go to waste. Now, let's say you've gone to the settlement camp, but you don't actually have enough money to buy the ingredients. If that's the case, it's probably time to have a moment of self-reflection and realize that your parents are right when they're saying that you need to get a job. Or alternatively, in the game, you can just capture some mows from a dungeon, bring them back to your base and place them at your ranch, and they'll farm enough gold for you to buy the materials that you need. So now that I've got you wondering whether you're letting your life waste away in front of your eyes or not, and you have cake ingredients, we can return to the other focus that we need before we start breeding, which is getting pals in the first place. You're going to need at least 1 male and 1 female for reasons that I really hope are obvious. And in order to guarantee that you get a male and female, it's a good idea to increase your pal spawn rates like I mentioned in the server settings, just because, as your grandma likes to say, you really can't afford to be picky. And while you're trying to capture those pals, if any of them are giving you trouble, you can increase your capture rates by hitting them with a barrage of different statuses. And I'm not talking about repeatedly changing your relationship status on Facebook to forever single. Everybody already knows that. So instead, copy what I've done and bring along a poison and fire crossbow or something similar. And when you apply those multiple status effects to the pals, it will make them more capturable. Now, the best way to get the pals that we're looking for this video is with a Nightwing, which you can ride at level 15. You're going to be looking for Cellerays, which can be found as alpha pals in dungeons. But if you aren't as lucky as I was, you can find them west of the spawn near water. And while you're looking for your Cellerays, there's a chance that you'll be raided by some rogue Relaxauruses. But if you're not raided, you're still going to want to go and find some, and they can be found to the west. Once you've got those, you should have pals now, for the first time in your life, and cake ingredients, and so it's time to get breeding. Place your Celleray and your Relaxosaurus into the breeding farm, and once they're down and placed, they'll begin the breeding process, something I'm sure you're completely unfamiliar with. However, like I said before, they aren't going to drop any eggs until you've crafted them a cake. So to make your cake, you must build a cooking pot unlocked at level 17. And the cake is going to take a little while to craft. So I'd recommend you pause the video right now, get that cake started, and then you can finish the rest of the video out and then return to your cake and do what I'm about to explain. So once your cake is done, bring it to the breeding farm and place it into this box. Once you've placed it there, your breeding pals will consume it and will drop you an egg. Take the egg and place it inside an egg incubator, which is unlocked at level 7 via ancient technology. And then once incubation is complete, go over and hold here to incubate egg. Now, if you so desire, you can actually completely remove the incubation time in the server settings. But if not, you just wait a little bit and voila, you now have an Anubis, which is one of the best pals in the game. Now that you've got Anubis, you're one step closer to getting rich quick. Next up, you need to gather enough materials to build yourself a second pal box. Your pal box must be upgraded to level 10 in order to make a second base in this manner, so make sure you've done that. And then hop on your Nightwing and head just slightly north to this location. As you can see, there's a bunch of ores waiting to be mined in this area. Place your pal box down somewhere in the middle of all that, making sure that the radius covers all of the ores, and then place your Anubis at the base and watch it mine the ore super fast. Then, to speed up this process even further, you can breed more Anubi infinitely as long as you have cake. To accelerate it further still, set down a few transport heavy pals and maybe a Tombat also, and watch them all go to work. The next things I'd recommend is building yourself a furnace or two, a primitive workbench, chests, and a feed box, and that way you can sustain the base. So far so good. You've bred into existence a gang of children to do your labor for you and mine lots of ore, which I feel like is probably the reason your parents gave birth to you. But it doesn't end there. From all the ingots that the Anubi are farming, you can go and craft a load of nails. Anubi are super fast at crafting, so this will take very, very little time, and then you can take those nails, head over to the settlement, and sell them to the trader that you were too poor to buy from before, to give yourself an ego boost, and also to earn yourself a hell of a lot of gold. And once you've got all of that gold, there's a trick that you can use to get a whole load of rare pals really quickly. Simply head over to this marker that I've placed on my map by the volcano to the west of the spawn area, and you're going to want to bring a torch for this, or you can just bring along a fire pal like a fox sparks. And then once you reach this location, go into the abandoned mine shaft and you'll find a black marketeer trader. The trader will have several rare pals for sale, including Warsect and Patalia, which are really hard to find in the world. And if the trader doesn't have them, you can just log out back to the main menu of the game and then log back into your server, and his inventory will have refreshed and you'll be able to buy some rare pals. If this has been useful, please drop a like on the video and subscribe for more Palworld and life coach content.